Boys and girls, children of all ages, once again we find ourselves in the universe mode of smart. My name, ladies and gentlemen, is Swerve, and joining me alongside, as always, today is the wonderful Saurus.
How do?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get going here, we just want to take a quick second to remind you, as always, that you can follow ECG a number of ways. Get on us on Twitter at ECG Tweets. Use the hashtags WeAreElite and Crux of Dumb to keep the conversation going. Make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube. We are up over 200, which is incredibly awesome, so thank you guys. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, and no matter what you guys do, make sure you turn on notifications so you always know when ECG is streaming. Saurus, we got that out of the way in record time, and it is time now for the first weekly episode of our new 2K17 Universe Mode, which I am looking forward to more than any of the 2K16 Universe Modes we've ever done.
Yes.
This show is your Saurus, so it is WCW Nitro. Without spoiling any of the show tonight, what can you tell us about what you have planned?
Oh, some good stuff, hopefully. Couple of singles matches, a tag match, and one Falls Counts Anywhere.
Look at that. So that should be a good show by Saurus tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's not waste any time and get into it. We want to take a second to remind you as we do that the poll that we had put up weeks ago on ECG's official Twitter, you fans voted, and we will be listening. We asked you if you wanted this to be silly and dumb or serious and competitive. You all voted 70-some%, I think. Serious and competitive. So, for the duration of this universe mode, Saurus and I are not only actively competing, we are taking this as serious as possible. So that means that I am going to be calling matches as a commentator. Saurus going to be my color guy. And we're going to do this with some enthusiasm. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
I know you are. All right, then let's not waste any time. Let's start the show. Saurus, here we go.
I need my cup of tea, and I'm good. Look at the fire.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WCW Monday Nitro. I am Swerve here alongside with Saurus. And Saurus, we have a hell of a show for these fans here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's right, and hopefully it will be a good one. And everyone's going to have a great time.
As we await the beginning here, let's kick things off tonight with Mr. Money in the Bank, Jimmy Uso, set to take on Heath, Slater, Saurus.
Yeah, and who would have thought Jimmy Uso would be Money in the Bank?
The surprise of the evening. 6 men went into the Money in the Bank ladder match to try to claim themselves an opportunity at a future that is glorious. Now, as we take a look, Jimmy Uso, the upset of what I would say the entire evening, the man who was able to pull down the briefcase and now brings Money in the Bank home to your WCW.
Yep. And we got to think about some of the people he beat in that match.
Jimmy Uso, Mr. Money in the Bank, indeed beat some major names, including names like Brock Lesnar, Kevin Owens. This guy was absolutely the upset of the night. I mean, there's no way around it.
No one. He was the underdog in that match, and yet he came out on top. So.
And now Jimmy Uso takes center stage for the first match of WCW here on ECG Universe Mode, and he will take on an interesting opponent tonight. Jimmy Uso going to have an opportunity now to prove himself once again. Greensboro, North Carolina is excited. Saurus, as we take a look at Jimmy Uso, what are you expecting from him in tonight's match?
Well, considering how well I say how well he performed for the Money in the Bank match. I'm expecting him to be able to win this one quite comfortably.
Now, do you expect Jimmy Uso to have to change up his strategy knowing that his brother Jay was drafted to SmackDown?
Well, obviously, I mean, they work so well as a tag team that once separated, who knows whether they'll be any good solo. So, I mean, I think Jimmy's already proved he's relatively good. I mean, he beat Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt, Cesaro,
Kevin
Owens, all for that briefcase, and now he's got to make sure that he can prove that he's the number one guy, as it were.
A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the holder of the Money in the Bank contract can cash that in at any time for a guaranteed World Championship match. Booker T is going to have his eyes open at all time, knowing Jimmy Uso is walking around with that golden ticket for his championship.
That's right.
As I understand it, also tonight, Cyrus, the world champion Booker T was given the night off.
Yes. Hopefully we'll be able to see him maybe next week, but this week he's taking the night off. Even though he didn't even compete at the pay-per-view, he's still having a night off.
Here we go, Jimmy Uso and Heath Slater. Slater will start things off. Go ahead.
We also have to remember the Slater's not a big pushover.
One! And a kick out at one. And a chop to the chest.
He too has held gold through his career, so he's not a complete underdog here, so this should be a good match.
No, but the road to championship success is long since paved with black for Heath Slater.
That is true.
And now Jimmy Uso with the go under and the DDT. Cyrus, the fans here in Greensboro, North Carolina are firmly in the corner of Jimmy Uso, so it would seem early on. Do you think that will play an advantage for the young man?
Oh, I think support of fans will truly make you be able to do anything if you really put your mind to it. It's just a matter of winning.
As it would stand, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Uso, again, as we mentioned earlier, drafted to WCW. His brother Jay drafted to SmackDown. It is the first time the two will be apart in their professional career. It's certainly going to reshape things for the Usos and the family name, as their father, Rikishi, is currently competing on NXT.
That is true. It'll be interesting to see if they can carry on that sort of legacy.
It's always interesting to see how the family dynamic plays. Is now Heath Slater to the outside. Jimmy Uso getting to his feet. This could be bad news for Jimmy Uso as Heath Slater with a flying crossbody. The elevation of that was quite impressive.
That really was.
Trying to wear down Jimmy Uso now with the submission. An interesting way to kick off the show tonight, Stars. What inspired you to put this match together?
Jimmy's got to prove himself, even though he has essentially proved himself quite soundly. But a Money in the Bank match is completely different.
Counter by Slater, reverse DDT. And a cover by Heath Slater here on Mr. Money in the Bank. One! And a kick out there. Now, I want to ask a question to you, Cyrus, as a member of the WCW brass backstage. There have been rumblings coming across social media and other places that some of the uppers in WCW were not thrilled about Jimmy Uso being the winner of that Money in the Bank match. Can you elaborate on the feelings backstage at all?
It's very mixed feelings. A lot of the bigger names are definitely not happy that such
inverse DDT.
In their eyes, such an unknown to be coming in and having such an opportunity like Money in the Bank is they're not happy.
So are they not happy with you as the booker, or are they unhappy with Jimmy Uso as the victor? And as also, are you confirming on air right now that there are people backstage unhappy with Jimmy Uso? Super kick to the jaw.
I am confirming there are people who are unhappy.
We've got to cover, interrupt you. Sorry, Cyrus. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 there by Heath Slater.
Heath's not going to go down that easy. But yeah, there are people who are not happy with Jimmy. They're not. too angry with me.
Speaking of not happy, here's Jimmy Uso up top, gonna make Heath Slater unhappy if he hits this crossbody frog splash. Cover here by Jimmy Uso. 1, 2, and a kick out by Heath Slater, a 2. Misses the kick to the back, and now Heath Slater, look at this.
Ooh.
Drops him down on the shin, trying to damage the knee and the leg there. Cover 1, 2, no, not even 2, one count. This is our official.
Yeah. Going back to people not being happy with Jimmy, there's a lot of people saying that he's just lucky.
Well, a 6-man ladder match, how do you avoid being lucky? That's ultimately, you have to have a lot of dominoes fall at the right time. Oh, jumping complete shot there. You have to have a lot of dominoes fall at the right time. Maybe that one will be the last domino for Jimmy Uso. 2 count and a kick out. I don't understand how luck could be something that people would hold against somebody in a ladder match that size.
Well, you'd be surprised how some people just don't like it when up and comers. Yeah.
And look out, Heath Slater!
Nope.
Impaler DDT! Jimmy Uso! That could do it! Right here, will we have an upset on WCW's opening match? 2 and a kick out at 2 by Jimmy Uso. As Heath Slater has taken full control. Cyrus, you were saying.
No, it's the big names that don't like it when the newcomers get what they think is lucky, and so that's why there's a lot of unhappy people in the backstage at the moment.
Now, I also have to wonder, that logic transfers not just to the staff, but to the roster as well. For someone like Jimmy Uso to be given a shot, we got a cover here. We'll get back to that thought in a minute. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. You have to think there's some guys with the roster who probably feel like they were more deserving to be in that Money in the Bank match in the first place.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had a couple come into the up to me today saying why Jimmy, and yeah.
Now, how do you maintain a roster full of hot heads like that? And homage to the real quick, Cyrus, and homage to the father. Hip attack by Jimmy Uso.
Getting Uso crazy.
Shades of their uncle. I mistakenly said father. Shades of their uncle. As now Jimmy Uso. Oh, taken down there by Slater. Now, as I was saying, Stars, how do you maintain the hot heads of a locker room like that? Cover here, 1, 2. Every time I try to let you talk, they seem to not want you to speak there, Stars.
Want to go for a cover. Essentially, you've got to try and please everyone, but sometimes you just got to ignore the hotheads because...
Look out! Super kick to Jimmy! By Jimmy to Heath Slater! What a super kick!
Out of...
Off the springboard! And the cover there! 1, 2! That's it! Mr. Money in the Bank wins with a super kick off the springboard to start the show.
That's got to impress some of them. I mean,
how are you not won over by athleticism? As we take a look at some of the highlights of this match. A couple of pinfall attempts, several close calls throughout this match by both men. It was a very back and forth fair. No questions about that. Another pinfall attempt there. Now this was the situation that may have won it here for Jimmy Uso. As we take a look, the super kick to the jaw of Heath Slater. You don't get up from that, ladies and gentlemen. That one is over. What an impressive finish there for Jimmy Uso, Cyrus.
Very impressive. And this is why I put him in that match. He can be impressive, and I want to see what he can do as a singles competitor. And
so far, he can defeat Heath Slater.
Yeah. Okay, not the biggest name on the roster, but it's a start, is what I'm saying. And
Jimmy Uso, Money in the Bank. Keep your eyes on this young star, as he might go quite far. That was pretty good.
That was good.
I love
I
that
like the finish.
Yeah, I
That-
love the
Yeah.
I love the finish. By the way, we will be breaking character during commercial breaks. So
It's a bit hard to be on all the time.
I know it's very tedious. All right, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, Saurus has given me dominion over all promos that will take place on the show. So I am the promo guru going forward.
That and it's a bit easier with the reaction.
Yeah, with the time limits and everything. And also, I think you would agree I'm a little bit better at stringing together promos.
Yeah, just a bit.
Not
This
saying
is
they're
what-
all going to be great, but
Yeah.
I will do my due diligence.
Yeah.
I am
yeah.
saying that. And here we go. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Saurus, your number one contender for the women's champion, is making her way down to the ring.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what she has to say. I assume it's going to be probably congratulating herself over winning that Fatal 4-Way.
Paige won at Money in the Bank, a match which a lot of your fans were dubbing WCW's match of the night, Saurus. And now we will see what Paige has to say. It's time to get serious around here because the women's division has been getting soft. And I'm done waiting for my opportunity. Tonight, I'm taking things to the next level. There's a woman in the back who thinks she's better than everyone else, and I'm here to say that she's in serious need of an attitude makeover. And guess what? You're looking at the woman who's going to give it to her. Get out here, Tamina. Get out here right now so we can settle this. Come on. I want to have some words with you in this ring, in front of these people. Come on and let's do this. Saurus, Paige is calling out the WCW Women's Champion.
I don't blame her. If you win a number one contenders match, you have all that right. Will Tamina answer?
Yes, she will. Here comes Tamina Snuka. The WCW Women's Champion is on her way down to the ring, Saurus. You might want some security for this one. These are two hot-headed women here.
Yeah, but I'm quite happy to let them fight.
Fair enough. It is your show. You're running things around here, no question. Tamina Snuka, the women's champion, is in the ring, and this might not wait any longer. This is such a great crowd here tonight. Shame they have to watch and listen to you. You're a sorry excuse for a superstar. You are single-handedly holding this division back. You're the reason I'm out here tonight, so these people can see what a real superstar looks like.
Fighting words there by Tamina.
Absolutely, Saurus. Wait just a damn minute. This is my time, not yours. The WCW universe is here to listen to me, not some cheap waste of space like you. So why don't you just run along like the little girl you are? Interesting, Saurus. Paige calling out Tamina, now trying to shoo her off. Disrespect.
Yeah.
It's so cute you want to be a superstar. You even played dress up and got yourself a costume. But it's all for nothing because everyone knows you're a loser. Oh, Paige did not look happy about that remark, Saurus.
No.
And look at Paige's reaction here, Saurus. She is not happy about this.
Makes you wonder what she's going to have to say about that.
This is really sad. Were your parents never proud of you as a child? How's Jimmy doing? Well, messing with me won't help you prove anything to them. All it's gonna do is get you hurt. Saris, Tamina can't be pleased about this at all.
No, she can't be
Invoking-
so family's been dragged up.
Invoking the name of Jimmy Uso is not going to be good for Tamina.
Jimmy Uso, do you mean Snooker?
Oh yes, sorry. I'm fairly sure that the Authority won't appreciate you coming down here and trying to run down the best superstar in the company. Clearly, that's not what's best for business. Shut your mouth chants from the crowd here at Tamina. Has Paige won this audience over?
Quite possibly.
I have no problem wiping the floor with you in front of the WWE Universe. You just name the time and the place, and I'll show what happens when amateurs like you step in the ring against professionals like me. I've started this night wanting to fight you, but then I remembered what city we're in. These people in Greensboro, North Carolina, don't deserve to see my magnificence in this ring. I am a queen, a goddess. My presence is already the highlight of these people's day. Any more would be too much for them. It's not up to you anymore. We're way past that now. There will be a match between us, and I don't care how I get it. I just hope you're ready for it, because I don't want to hear any excuses after I beat you senseless.
Strong words there by Paige.
Invoking the #1 contendership, the guaranteed match that Paige has earned against Tamina Saris. Tamina looks like she wants no part of this feud with Paige here.
I don't think she's going to have much of a choice.
Let's get it straight. This isn't going to be some kind of hair-pulling cat fight. This is going to be a straight-up match. I'm going to twist you, squeeze you, and break you. And that'll do it, Saris. Paige has laid down the law for Tamina Snuka.
Yeah. And putting a really good showing as well.
I would agree. Take a look at that performance rating.
Yeah.
I think that ended up being a pretty decent promo, all things considered, and considering the writing in this game is shitty, but
yeah.
unfortunately there's no way around the generic promos.
No. Though I think they've given me some ideas now.
That's good. That's what you should be doing. So. All right, Saris, we got our lovely tag match coming up next.
Yep. Reuniting two of the 4 horsewomen.
And another former women's wrestling team as well.
Indeed.
From NXT.
NXT.
I'm excited for this, Saris. I hope it goes as well as your other women's matches have thus far.
Yeah, I hope so. If they let me down now, I'm blaming Dana Brooke, because she wasn't in the Fatal 4-Way.
And welcome back to WCW Monday Nitro. Saris, did you bring your hugging gear?
That I did.
I don't know about everybody else, but I have specific gear which I wear to get hugs. And I brought it tonight because here is Bayley. Now, Saris, Bayley, amongst others, was very impressive at Money in the Bank for you in that Fatal 4-Way match. What do you believe the future holds for Bayley?
My women's division's heating up, and I'm really excited about getting all these women in matches. They put on a really good showing at Money in the Bank, and I just want them to keep going forward from there. Bayley especially impressed me quite a bit during that match, so we'll see what the future holds for her.
That we will, and right now the future holds a tag team match. Cyrus, what was the reasoning behind putting this one together?
It gives me more of a look at some of my words. Sorry.
And Becky Lynch now makes her way to the ring, Cyrus. And Becky Lynch doesn't need words to prove her point tonight, as she will be teaming up with Bayley in a tag match. She was also very impressive in that Fatal 4-Way, was she not?
She was indeed. And that's what I want to do with this sort of matchup is I want to see what my women can do. And the best way of doing that is getting as many of them in the ring as I can in one go.
Well, that's an interesting perspective. No question about that.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see the individual efforts of these women, though.
It will, and depending on who impresses me the most tonight, we might see one of these women in a singles competition next week.
Fair enough. One half of this match is here. And here comes Cyrus, the final member of that Fatal 4-Way at Money in the Bank that you put on. This is Emma.
Yeah. She was very impressive as well. I like this darker side of Emma.
Much better than the playful, cheerful side for you.
Very much so. That got old very quick.
As Emma makes her way down to the ring, the Fatal 4-Way from Money in the Bank was the talk of the night for WCW. Some people say that it overshadowed just about everything else for your show, Cyrus. How do you feel that your women were able to put on such a showing?
Really proud. Not knocking any of my other matches, but my women really pushed the boat out that night, and I'm really proud of them. So I'm hoping for more big things for them in the future.
Well, we will certainly see if that is the case. So far, no reason to believe it won't be, as these women have been absolutely stellar thus far. And finally, Cyrus, a debut here for WCW.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what you're expecting from Dana Brooke.
Well, I'm hoping that she'll put on as good a show as the rest of the women have so far, with a bit of athleticism and some strength as well.
Now, Dana Brooke is probably, it's fair to say, the toughest, strongest woman in this match. Do you think that's going to give her team an advantage here?
You would think so. Normally, power wins over against more athleticism. I can't speak today.
Athleticism is what you're looking
for. That's the
word.
Thank you. But sometimes just being the stronger one helps. Just tip the scales, as it were.
We now go live to our ECG Social Connection chat window. We have our good friend F. Blaggy tuning in, saying hello. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give F. Blaggy a welcome.
Hello, F. Blaggy.
It looks like Bayley will start off with Emma here in this one, as they tie up center of the ring. Emma, by the hair.
Cool. Oh, a stomp to the face.
Now, Cyrus, I want to ask a question that has been posed by social media, by some of our fans, by even myself. We were watching Money in the Bank last Sunday night, and we noticed that, you know, there could have been another Money in the Bank match we could have done one with the women, and a lot of people have been calling for a women's Money in the Bank ladder match for a long time now, Saris. Do you think in the future that is something we could see on WCW?
With the level of competition in my women's division, that is quite possible. Look
at the strength by Emma, but the counter by Bayley to get out of the powerbomb.
I'll see if the women and the other heads are happy with doing that sort of match, and we'll see what we can do.
The crowd firmly behind the team of Bayley and Becky Lynch here. And now look at Becky Lynch. Leg drop. Gonna go for a second one, maybe. Oh, but she does, but Emma rolls out of the way of the second one. And now Emma thrown into the corner by Becky Lynch. Taurus, we just witnessed Paige and Tamina Snuka put on one hell of a battle of words. That match will be taking place, I assume, at your upcoming pay-per-view event, and I think Paige may have won the heart of the fans there. Paige was, of course, the fourth member of that Fatal 4-Way from Money in the Bank.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view will probably be the women's match, and we may see a new champion with the showing that Paige put on at the Money in the Bank, so we don't know.
Dana Brooke tagged in and plants Becky Lynch with a belly-to-back suplex, and now drags her to the center of the ring. As Dana Brooke gets the fans going here with a cartwheel elbow drop.
That's impressive.
Taurus, can you do that?
Nope.
Dana Brooke up top here, slipped a little bit, but she seems all right now. Waiting for Becky Lynch to get to her feet. And a drop kick from Dana Brooke. And now but a head scissor counter by Becky Lynch from the ground.
That's impressive.
Athletic maneuver tags in Bayley. And here's Bayley and Dana Brooke now. Oh, to the face. Right off the nose goes Dana Brooke's knee. Oh, but a jawbreaker counter. So far, a nice balance back and forth. Head scissor Hurricanrana.
But Bayley's not been getting the best of it with the taking shots to the face today.
Oh, big elbow to the back. Bayley chant from our WCW crowd, Saurus. It seems like they have picked their favorite. Double inside knee stomp. And now back to the legs. Has Bayley found something here on Dana Brooke to target? You'll notice this is 3 consecutive moves. She's gone after Dana Brooke's legs.
It's with someone who seems to be quite as athletic and powerful as Dana Brooke, it makes sense. Get her off her feet, keep her off her feet, make it hard for her to hit the more athletic moves, and yeah.
Interesting strategy here by Bayley, no questions asked, as Emma's now been tagged in, but Bayley maintains the momentum with a nice suplex. And stalking Emma now is Bayley, looking for the Bayley to Bayley. Bayley to Bayley into the cutter. 1, and Dana Brooke saves the match. Very astute for Dana Brooke there, realizing that Emma was probably in danger. And now Dana Brooke tagged right back in. Emma wants no part of that. Now sent into the ropes, knocks Emma off, but a counter into a spine buster. The strength of Dana Brooke, we talked about at the start of the match, that Dana Brooke's strength would absolutely be a factor for this. Another tag to Becky Lynch by Bayley. Oh, striking elbows.
They do call her the last. They don't call her the last kicker for no reason.
They don't call her that at all.
They don't. They really don't.
We now go once again to our ECG social media panel check-in. We have our good friend Horseman13 saying, hello, Saurus. Let's give Horseman a welcome.
Hello, Horseman.
We want to remind everybody out there that you can participate in the show by joining our chat window on Twitch TV. Your tweets and chats may appear on the show. And are you all right there, Saurus?
Yep. Got a little bit uncomfortable in my chair.
Tag made to Bayley. And look at the two of them working in tandem here. Double giant throw into the corner turnbuckle.
Dana Brooke's face bouncing off the turnbuckle there.
She is an unfriendly turf over in the far corner. As now she finds herself in the tree of woe. What is Bayley thinking? Backstabber!
Right
and a cover in the corner here. Ref in great position. One. Dana Brooke got the rope. Dana Brooke grabbing the rope. That is very astute ring awareness by the young Dana Brooke.
And it's good to see that my refs are actually noticing this sort of stuff this time.
Very much so, Cyrus. We have had our history with crooked refs in ECG history. No one will dispute that.
No.
Another well, not a superplex, but a nice, powerful suplex. As the crowd once again getting going for Bayley.
I think it's a bit hard to hate Bayley.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way. Someone out there. Dana Brooke and Emma seem to have certainly found a way to do it.
That is true. What's she looking for now?
A belly to belly from the middle rope! And a cover! The ref right there! 1, 2, and Bayley and Becky Lynch get the win.
An impressive match once again.
As we take a look here at some of the highlights from the match, the double team tandem giant throw into the corner, as it actually looks like Dana Brooke's upper chest may have hit that turnbuckle.
That can't have been comfortable.
Then the pinfall attempt that won the match for the team of Becky Lynch and Bayley here. And look at these young women. They look super excited to have won here tonight, Cyrus. It's got to mean good things for them.
Oh, obviously. It'll push them up the ratings. And we could quite easily see one of these two with the title at some point, maybe, down the line.
Oh, I would have no trouble believing that. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, believing that.
How are you guys doing out there on the chat window? We got F. Blaggy, we got Horseman. If you haven't noticed, we are in character during matches because you, the fans, voted for it. So.
It's just I fail with words.
Oh, you know, it's okay. You'll get the hang of it. Do you think Connor was good when we started doing CWE?
Yeah, that's true.
He was awful. He confused the name of the only black guy on the show, and then he called a chair. He called stairs a chair. So.
Oh, Connor.
I miss Connor, though. I can't wait to do CWE with him again.
Yeah.
And yes, CWE is happening.
Woo!
All right, here we go. And welcome back to WCW. Oh, no. Cyrus, what did you do?
I didn't do nothing. This is...
Why did you bring this man out here?
This is a family dispute, I believe. From what sources what I've been told by sources, this is a family dispute.
What sources do you have in the Wyatt family?
Very few.
I would like to believe none of these men are informers, so I don't know how you got a source in close to Bray Wyatt, but props for you for doing it. Cyrus, what is the dispute specifically about? I know that Braun Strowman was unsuccessful against the Big Show at Money in the Bank, but what's the dispute here?
I believe it has to do with that. Though all members of the Wyatts were present, Braun felt that there wasn't much in the way of assistance.
So what, he felt alone?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine that's got to sit well with Bray Wyatt.
No. Like I said, family dispute.
Well, hopefully it's nothing serious. I can't imagine what would happen if any of these men were to be turned loose.
Well, we'll have to see, won't we?
Yes. Is this Braun Strowman coming out now, too? Yes, indeed. I didn't expect the dispute to spill over so quickly. Why is this spilling over so quickly?
Sometimes the best way to deal with a dispute is just to slug it out.
I know, but Money in the Bank is only not even a week old, Cyrus. I mean, this can't be something that can tear apart the family so quickly. I can't imagine these two are out here to fight.
Well, I was told that they wanted ring time, and I didn't argue.
Maybe, you know what, maybe this is something as simple as, you know what, let's just have our outlet, let's get it out of the way, and then reunite once more.
Yep, let's hope, because if one thing we don't want is any of the Wyatts going solo.
The dangers of them running around on principle here in WCW is scary. The fact one of them might be running around unchained is equally as scary to me.
Especially if it would be this man.
We now go live to our ECG social media intake chat window as we are joined by our longtime friend Tim. Everyone give Tim a welcome.
Welcome, Tim.
As Braun Strowman has made his way down to the ring, Cyrus. Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman going to try to settle some inner demons here. And Bray Wyatt wasting little time to take down Braun Strowman.
It looks like there was going to be no words. It's all just going to boil
Spill out
straight
before
over.
us. Kick to the head. And now look at the mounted Luther's press by Bray Wyatt, though. I have to believe this is a little more than a dispute. You don't just punch a family member in the face, let alone over and over again.
And then headbutt them. It seems Bray may be less inclined to agree with Braun that he was alone, so...
Well, right now he certainly is. And you'll notice that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are not here.
That might be for the best.
Perhaps Bray wanted to prove a point himself tonight. There's no way to really know. Big elbow. It's not as if you could just walk up and ask the Wyatt family what's going on.
Exactly. I mean, I only worked this out through Bray Wyatt's ranting, so...
Oh, back body drop! Punched on the side of the head. So your source was Bray himself, theoretically, then?
Yeah. When he turned up randomly in my office and demanded
Bray Wyatt
some ring
turned
time.
up in your office. Cover.
Yeah.
1, 2, and a kick out at 2. I can only imagine if Braun Strowman were to pull the win out here, what that would mean for the family. They could not be happy about it.
No, that may bring more of a rift than just his words have, so...
It's a scary thought.
Yeah.
Let's now look at the trapped claw that Braun Strowman, the monstrous man, has locked in on Bray Wyatt. That must feel like someone taking you by the neck and just ripping your muscles out. I must say it probably would be comparable to being hung up on a meat hook.
With hands the size of bronze, it's quite possible.
As now Bray Wyatt finds himself in a Boston Crab, he's got to get to the ropes. But he powers Braun off. I guess that's always an option too.
Yeah, and Bray's not a weak man.
Not by any means.
He surrounds himself with these monsters of men, but...
Of monsters and men, you might say. Now,
Indeed.
Cyrus, let's take a second to recap tonight's show. We kicked off with Jimmy Uso versus Heath Slater. Jimmy Uso winning in tremendous fashion with that super kick off the springboard, a la Shawn Michaels and Shelton Benjamin 2004. Cyrus, Jimmy Uso really impressed a lot of people with that win.
Yeah, he did, and hopefully next week we can...
Cover here.
Possibly...
1, 2, no,
2.
One count, not 2.
Maybe next week we'll put him against someone who might be a bit tougher than Heath Slater and see what he can do with
Jawbreaker.
that. But
That
it was
we will.
impressive.
Now, we also saw Paige call out Tamina. Paige laying down the law for her guaranteed #1 contendership. A future match against Tamina for the women's title. Look out, Bray Wyatt, her crossbody. And just moments ago, we saw a nice women's tag match that saw Bayley and Becky Lynch getting the win. As we have a cover here. 1, 2. Bray, no. I thought it was 3. But Braun Strowman kicked out at 2.9.
That's not going to sit well with Bray. Oh,
I don't think we have to wait to find out if you're right, Cyrus. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Bray is going to kill you, chants from our crowd. Sister Abigail. Braun Strowman might have been just put right back in his place. 1, 2. No, he kicked out of it.
There are very few people who have kicked out of the Sister Abigail.
Add Braun Strowman to the list. Bray Wyatt up top. Wants Braun to his feet. Look out. Crossbody. And a kick to the back. And now Bray, I think he had something in mind, but Braun rolled over. It's now to the inside of the knee. Stars. Braun Strowman kicked out of the Sister Abigail. As we have another cover here. 1, 2, and another kick out. What is Bray going to have to hit Braun Strowman with to beat him?
I'd hate to even consider what he would have to do to bring someone as big as Braun down and keep
Stomp
him
to
down.
the gut. And now again.
But if anyone could figure it out, I'm sure it would be Bray Wyatt.
That's a fair point. No questions asked. We now want to bring the attention to our ECG social chat window and get our official fan predictions for this one. As Braun Strowman to the gut, up on the shoulder, and a powerbomb type cutter. Cover. 1, 2, no, not even 2. Bray Wyatt's still fresh. Braun Strowman with a lot of work to do. And now, oh no, he countered it. And look out the float over DDT by Bray. Bray is not a small man by any means. And now look at the overtake though. Tossing it from the shoulder. Imagine the weight of someone throwing your whole body by your shoulder.
And especially someone the size of Bray Wyatt, that's not going to be comfortable on the shoulders at all.
That's not comfortable to the face. Braun Strowman. Look out here. Oh, he's got him in it looks like a sleeper hold bear hug. Look at that. Look at the way Bray Wyatt's flailing around. Is that it? That's it. Bray Wyatt passed out. Braun Strowman just made Bray Wyatt pass out in the center of the ring. Soros.
Yeah.
What is that? What just happened?
I don't know. I don't know what that's going to do for the Wyatts now.
Braun Strowman just submitted his leader. He just strangled his leader to the point where he passed out in the center of the ring. Look at this again. There's Bray Wyatt flailing. You'll notice all of a sudden the movement just sort of stops as Bray Wyatt passed out in the center of the ring. That is unbelievable.
This is not good.
The Wyatt family is going to have to figure something out. Braun Strowman just strangled Bray Wyatt to a submission victory. My God.
Oh, God.
That was honestly probably the best way that could have ended.
Yeah.
The potential to run with that is great.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm doing this.
Welcome, Tim, and others to the chat. It's good to have you guys here as we get ready to close out WCW.
Yep.
It looks like we're going to hear from the owner of WCW here in a minute. Cyrus, are you excited for this?
Yeah.
So far, how would you rate your show on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give it a solid 7, to be fair.
Yeah, I was going to say a 6 or a 7. I think the women's tag match could have been a little better, but...
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And welcome back to WCW, ladies and gentlemen. Our owner, the man who pays you, Cyrus, is on his way down to the ring. Here comes Shane McMahon.
Here comes the money.
Now, Cyrus, I can only imagine what Shane is out here to talk about, the owner of WCW. Again, I stress that. Very important.
It will be interesting to see what he has to say.
I know what you're thinking. What is the WCW's most talented, exceptionally handsome, and unabashedly brilliant superstar doing out here right now? The answer is simple. I'm here because it's time to inject some excitement into tonight's show. Your owner is certainly no stranger to knowing himself, Cyrus.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the back who thinks he's real funny. Well, this clown doesn't know what's about to hit him. He's going to find out what happens when smart mouth punks who think they can go up against the best in this business. A day of reckoning is about to dawn.
I wonder who he's talking about.
Even though you don't deserve it, Jimmy Uso, I'll give you the privilege of being defeated by yours truly. But don't get too excited, because as honored as I know you feel about sharing the same space as someone like me, know that excitement will quickly turn into panic when you realize you're in for a world of hurt. And Cyrus, we talked about earlier some uppers in WCW not being happy about the fact that Jimmy Uso won Money in the Bank. I didn't think it would be the owner, Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
And here comes Jimmy Uso to answer the call. Jimmy Uso cannot be happy about the fact that Shane McMahon is calling his legitimacy into question.
It seems I was one of the only people to have faith in Jimmy, so...
Mr. Money in the Bank, after defeating Heath Slater earlier tonight, is on his way down to the ring, and this is... I don't know what to make of Shane McMahon really seeming to have a problem with the fact that Jimmy Uso won Money in the Bank. You know,
I have to say.
I'm not normally one to come out here and talk. I prefer to let my fists do the talking for me. But I asked for this time so I can address a few issues that have been bothering me. You'll have to excuse me. You must have me confused with someone who cares about you or anything that you have to say. There's only one person who the WCW wants to see, and that person is me. Shane McMahon really wants no part of Jimmy Uso, Cyrus. Do you think maybe you made a mistake bringing him to WCW?
I think Shane should have more faith in my booking, but hey, he pays the checks. It's his, as he wants to do with it.
I came out here to make things right tonight. For once, I want to put our differences aside and speak man to man, superstar to superstar. If you're so interested in becoming another name on a long list of people I've laid out in the middle of that ring, then all you had to do was ask. I've got no problem taking you or anyone else on that's sitting back there in the locker room. I don't need to say I'm the best because I'm willing to prove it anytime against anyone, anywhere. Cyrus, your owner doesn't even sound like he's upset. He sounds like he wants to physically be the one to beat Jimmy Uso.
What? That's his choice.
I think we've heard enough out of you. You can talk all you want, but that doesn't mean anything in the WCW. The way we settle things inside is inside the ring. One-on-one. You bring everything you got, and we'll see who the better man is. Well, Jimmy Uso not going to back down from the owner's challenge. You would think the owner would have somebody else he'd prefer to be the one to go after Jimmy Uso here.
Well, Shane's not one to shy away from a fight, is he? So.
Look, you came out here and you said your piece, and I respect you for it. You remind me a lot of myself. So I'll say this because deep down, I actually kind of like you. Walk away. Walk away, and we'll forget this happened. Shane McMahon wants Jimmy Uso to walk away from WCW here.
Yeah.
The pressure's been getting to you lately. Pressure is a dangerous thing, and not everyone can handle it. I've seen you make mistake after mistake. You're on a slippery slope, brother. Be very careful about your next steps, because one wrong move, and you may not like where you end up. Oh, Cyrus, Jimmy Uso is calling out your owner, saying your owner can't handle being the owner.
Well, that's a bit brave.
You think I'm afraid to face you? There isn't an ounce of fear in my body. You just wait until we have our match. You're going to find out what it's like to be utterly humiliated in front of the world. And Shane McMahon, Cyrus, is Shane McMahon actually going to usurp you and fight Jimmy Uso himself?
Quite possible, quite possible.
If I were you, I'd think twice about what it is you're really asking for. You've never fought a superstar like me before. Think long and hard. Ask yourself if you're really ready for this. When you're ready, truly ready, come and find me, and I'll be waiting for you. Cyrus, does Jimmy Uso know who he's actually talking to here?
I'm starting to wonder whether that Money in the Bank briefcase has gone to his head.
Well, it's only been less than a week, and you might have an argument. And Jimmy Uso and Shane McMahon, the owner of WCW, not looking too pleased. Well, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be talking about a match so quickly, but you know what? It is what it is, right?
Yeah. I think I know what sort of match I would book for that as well.
Fair enough. It's main event time, and Cyrus, I know you're really looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah.
No. You know what?
What do
Hey,
you do?
Cyrus, can I make a decision for you here that I think is good?
What?
You could do a run-in and have your champion take out whichever one of these guys he takes out, and that'll be your number one contender for your title.
Okay.
Since we gave Booker T the night off anyway, right?
Yeah.
Mid entrance or post? I would say not entrance.
Yeah, post-match.
Okay. And we're gonna keep this a secret. So I'm
So
gonna
should I do it in...
I'm gonna pull up the unicorn. Just tell me one or two. No, actually don't, because it was just on the screen. Put it in the chat, in the Skype chat. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense, honestly. I agree with you. So, alright. So yes. All right. Are we ready for the main event?
Have you got that right way round?
Yes. Why? Do you want me to take another look at it?
Yeah, just quick.
Okay. I thought I did it right. Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Oh, good call. Thank you. I did have that wrong. You are correct, sir. Would have been funny if you told me very specifically what you wanted and I did the opposite. Although that would have been very WCW-esque.
Yes, very much so.
So. Alright. Main event time is coming up right now.
Oh, yeah.
And welcome back to WCW. Oh boy, Cyrus, it's main event time.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to your crowd.
This is the guy they all came to see.
As they make their way out to the ring, Goldberg and his accompaniment. And here is Goldberg. And Goldberg makes his way down to the ring. Cyrus, his debut here tonight for ECG's Monday Nitro. And what are you expecting out of the big man?
I'm expecting him to do what he does best. And that's just run over whatever competition is put in front of him.
Fair enough, Cyrus. Fair enough. Your crowd seems to agree. Listen to your crowd, Cyrus.
They appreciate the big man.
And now we shift from the big man to the big dog. Here comes Roman Reigns.
It's spear versus spear.
Indeed it is.
I'm led to believe this is a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you would know because you did book it. So, it would appear that Roman Reigns and Goldberg are going to have the entire arena to duke out this spear versus spear war of theirs. We are here in the main event. Greensboro, North Carolina. WCW Monday Nitro is ready to go. Cyrus, we need a prediction from you.
In all honesty, I'm going to back Goldberg all the way.
I know you are, and I don't blame you.
As much as I am probably one of the few people in the world who actually quite likes Roman Reigns, Goldberg's still my main man.
Roman Reigns making his Monday Nitro debut, Cyrus.
Yep, he was one of my picks during the draft, and I think he's going to have a good future here in WCW.
Well, we're going to find out as that future begins now. Main event time, Goldberg Roman Reigns, falls count anywhere, spear versus spear.
I did put quite a bit of a roadblock in the way of Roman Reigns' debut, so let's see how he does.
Clothesline. And now slamming the arm into the mat. Cyrus, what is going to have to be the strategy for Roman Reigns to win here tonight?
It was someone with the strength and like unholy raw power that Goldberg can unleash at any moment. It's get him down and keep him down. It's wear him down slowly, and hopefully that will do the trick, but we'll see how it goes.
That is indeed words to live by, as Goldberg with a nice suplex. Kick to the spine. And again, slamming the arm down. Goldberg being a bit ruthless here, Cyrus.
Well, obviously, he's not too impressed with Roman Reigns and his...
Oh, the ref! The ref knocked down by Roman Reigns. As we go live to our ECG. Oh, cover! Oh, but there's no ref! As we go live to our ECG social contact panel window, we give a shout out to SSJ Thomas, who's joined us here in the chat.
Welcome.
Goldberg writhing in pain as Roman Reigns heads to the top rope, and look out, trying to get Goldberg back to his feet, wanting to put the big man in the ground. Roman Reigns, kicks him right in the chest from a close proximity, and the double axe handle off the middle rope. Take a look at Roman Reigns, who has taken control, and as I speak too soon, Goldberg with an elbow, and right back in the driver's seat as we have a cover close to the ring. Rope breaks do not matter, but it's a kick out at nothing. Cyrus, we have seen both of these men get their strikes in early, and I've got to wonder, the longer this goes, who this is going to favor.
If history was to serve, then Roman Reigns would be the one to come out on top if it's a matter of endurance.
Goldberg has not had a history of putting on long matches. Indeed, his legacy has been built on the speed of decimation. As he now works on the neck of Roman Reigns, one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body, exposed at all times. Very dangerous area to lose your functionality of.
Indeed.
Goldberg now heads to the corner. We know what this usually follows. Could it be the first of the night? The big spear from Goldberg. In the war of spears, Goldberg takes the first battle. Cover, 2, and a kick out of 2. We are here, Greensboro, North Carolina. Goldberg, Roman Reigns in the main event, falls count anywhere. Goldberg so far with a commanding lead in the match. A spear hit once and now up. The jackhammer drives Roman Reigns into the mat as the Empire collapses under the weight. 2, and a kick out of 2. E2 Goldberg as now going behind an ankle lock on Roman Reigns. This is unorthodox for Goldberg. And now we see why, as the hold is broken. Oh, counter by Reigns. And sends Goldberg to the floor. Now we take the opportunity to remind you that falls do count out here. There is no such thing as a count out in a falls count anywhere match, Cyrus.
That's the whole point of it. It'll be interesting to see what happens now that they've left the ring.
That is what's going to be fun, as Goldberg trips and falls into the barricade. Oh, a strong strike to the chest. And now sends Roman into the barricade. Those things are held together with chains, but they're not the strongest in the world. A man of either of these men's size could easily relocate one of those, allowing access to whole new parts of the arena.
Ooh.
Cover on the outside. Remember, they count. 1, And a kick out at 1. Now look at the elbows. The elbows into the neck of Roman Reigns. Cyrus, right now I don't think anyone would dispute that Goldberg is clearly on top here.
No, you can't argue with that one. Oh, into the stairs, chest first.
Roman Reigns collides hard with that solid steel. Oh, slam down hard on the floor. Don't confuse yourself, folks. That padding is not thick, and it certainly is not protective. As we have a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Cyrus, is there any nice way to win a match like this?
Other than keeping it in the ring? No.
Spear! Spear by Roman Reigns out of nowhere! And the cover on the outside, and this roar is even! 1, 2, kick out at 2! And look at the distraught face on Roman Reigns as he knows he was seconds away from defeating the legendary Goldberg.
Bet Goldberg wasn't expecting to be on the receiving end of one of them.
You never are until you are, and now he is. And a baseball bat! Roman Reigns with a baseball bat.
It's the other thing with false count anywhere.
And a cover.
Goes.
1, 2, kick out at 2. And again. And now look out as Goldberg sent again into that barricade. As they wear each other down further. Roman Reigns, Cyrus, has turned this match completely back in his favor.
Yeah, if anyone could do it, it's Roman.
Powerbomb!
So this is a really strong showing from both these guys.
That I agree with. So far, neither man has given an inch and probably won't as we have another cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2 again by Goldberg. And now Roman Reigns, maybe looking for another one to win the war here. A spear right over by us. A spear and the cover on the outside. 1, 2. No. Goldberg kicked out at 2. And Roman Reigns can't believe it.
Unbelievable. I thought that was it.
I thought we all did. I believe that we all thought that was it.
Roman really proving why Goldberg never really took on that many long matches.
You'll notice the longer this has gone, it's been all Roman Reigns with a roll-up powerbomb. A schoolboy powerbomb. And again, the stomps to the back. And the big elbow. Roman Reigns going to continue the wear-down strategy here. I'd have to believe there's no other way around it. And again into the steel stairs.
That's really got to hurt. I mean, that was right onto the corners.
These two men have spent a majority, I would say a majority of this match over here on the side of the ring. As now a sleeper hold is locked in on Goldberg, who's low on stamina, there's no question about it. But he rolls through that the submission's still in, but he throws him over the top.
Both these guys have gone to... Oh.
Wait a minute, he's up! On the outside! The jackhammer on the outside! And the cover by Goldberg! Here comes the ref! 1, 2, Goldberg wins! Goldberg wins the war of the spears with a jackhammer, which you might say is a much more technologically improved version of the spear. What a win by Goldberg. We thought he was going to get it here off the first jackhammer, but it would not be. It would be this one. No, not this. This would be another chance earlier on. Goldberg again with another chance to win, as we thought. But then it would be the win off the jackhammer here. that would secure the victory.
I thought Roman was going to pick up the win there with those 2 spears on the outside, but...
I thought you were right, but as it stands, it is Goldberg. And does Goldberg look excited or what, Cyrus?
He seems really impressed with himself, and he
should be impressed with himself. All right.
Yeah.
So who needs a run-in?
Yeah, that worked brilliantly.
So be it. So be it. As we will do a quick sim through NXT.
Yep. Who have I got that's in NXT?
All right, so let's take a look at the news. Paige entered the ring and called out the champion, looking to prove herself on the mic before their title match. Tamina answered the challenge to defend her place at the top. Jimmy Uso earned a victory over Shane. No, he didn't. That didn't happen at all.
I think those last 2 are lies.
I think they are. So we take a quick recap of WCW. Sars, on a whole, how would you rate your show this week?
Probably give it 7.5.
See, I'm gonna go 6.5 on you.
Oh.
I think that main event under-delivered, and I think the women's match under-delivered a bit.
Fair enough.
Braun Strowman's match, I think, stole the show because of the significance of the way that he won.
Yeah, and Jimmy's spot was a definite up, the way he won that match.
Oh, yeah. Spot of the night, no question.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll do it for WCW. Do you have any closing thoughts as we get set to do SmackDown?
No, I've got some interesting things to work on, and we'll see what happens.
All right, guys, we want to remind you that coming up in just a few minutes, we will be doing SmackDown, so don't go anywhere. If you are here, if you are not here, then you need to get here. What are you doing? Why would you not be here? Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning in to ECG's first week of WCW. We hope you will follow us on YouTube and all other sorts of social media, and thank you for tuning in again. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.